Hey guys. Um, so this just has so much other information in it. I was just debating on which book I wanted to do a video on up next. I think I'm gonna stick with the same book, Back to Basics, and we'll go to the next one called Preparing the Site. So here we go. Carving your homestead from the wilderness. A small cabin on a minimal foundation normally needs a little site preparation. For a larger home, however, the work of clearing the land, leveling a building site, developing an access road, excavating, and laying a foundation sometimes requires as much labor, time, and expense as erecting the house itself. Pioneer settlers lacking power machinery searched for building sites that required a minimum of preparation. Though such sites are scarce today, the loss is more than offset by modern techniques and equipment that permit the development of lands that the pioneers would have been forced to pass up. But then again, the pioneers knew how to live as far as what, baby? And that's kind of an irrelevant statement, I guess, on this, but it's my lemon water, but I put a little too much of that salt in it. I know it's not going to hurt me. It's just taking a little bit longer for me to get it down. All right, planning and preparation. The job of site development starts in the winter, when trees are bare and the features of the terrain are clearly visible. This is the time of the year to lay out your plans in detail. It is also the time to cut and haul away any trees that have value as lumber or firewood. Well, we don't have to worry about that. We're just trying to clear weeds and stuff out there, which is a big pain in the butt. Start actual clearing as soon as possible after the spring thaw, when the ground is firm and dry. Land cleared later in the year seldom develops enough ground cover to prevent erosion. The initial stages require only hand tools, a chainsaw, an axe, and a brush hook. Later, heavy equipment must be brought in for grading and excavation. A rented gasoline-powered chipper is useful for shredding brush. The chips make excellent mulch for gardening, landscaping, and erosion control. If you have the time and energy, hand clearing has advantages over machinery. Far greater numbers of trees and shrubs can be left undisturbed, and there will be less damage to the natural features of the surrounding area. Hand clearing also saves money and gives you additional time to plan the final construction. Come here, baby boy. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Hi, honey. It takes two to survey. The assistant will point to a spot. When the spot is in line with the surveyor's scope, hi, sweetie, the assistant will measure its height above the ground. That height minus the height of the scope will give the ground elevation where the pole stands. The 4 stages of site development. I guess I could do 2 videos out of this. Alright, honey. Number 1, start clearing in the winter by cutting down trees that are on the building site. Winter is the best season for logging since wood is driest and snow on the ground eases the job of hauling. Leave 3-foot stumps to ease the job of removing them later. Number 2, wait until spring when the ground is fully thawed to pull the stumps. Use animals or a mechanical aid such as a winch unless they are to be removed by a bulldozer. Ordinary cars and trucks do not have enough traction for the job. Number 3, erect batter boards to mark building lines and excavation boundaries. Simple foundation trenches can be dug by hand, but a powered backhoe with an experienced operator is usually more economical in the long run. Number 4, pouring a foundation is the last step before construction begins. You will need plenty of assistance since the job is long and difficult. Even if you hire a cement mixer, for maximum strength, the entire footing should be poured at one time. Alright. Surveying the site. Grading the land and excavating the foundation and drainage field are jobs for professionals unless you happen to have experience in this type of work. A home is too important to risk the consequences of trial and error learning, so assess your abilities fairly before you begin. And I'm going to be like, talking to people, that maybe have had some experience, that kind of thing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Clearing the land and building an access road. You're making it difficult to sit there and read. Yes, you are. You're so cute. Alright. I love you. Go play. The job of site development starts with clearing the land and constructing an access road. There was a time when this work was accomplished with the sweat and muscle of animals and men, but today the fastest and cheapest method is to hire a bulldozer run by an experienced operator. Prepare in advance for the job of clearing by marking features that might affect the grading of the site and access road on your development map. Also rent a builder's level and measuring rod. You will need them to make sure that the building site and access road are graded to the proper angles. Come here, baby. Come on. Come here. Tree removal should be thought out carefully. Generally speaking, stands of native hardwoods are more valuable than evergreens and should receive priority if a choice has to be made to cut one type or the other. An exception would be a case where dense evergreens can serve as a windbreak or where deceased hardwoods may eventually fall and damage the house. Trees less than 4 inches in diameter, along with brush and undergrowth, usually can be cleared away with little worry. Consult a forester, however, before removing large numbers of bigger trees. He can help you work out a plan for gradual removal that will allow the remaining growth to adjust to altered water table characteristics. Use paint or plastic ribbon to distinguish trees that are to be removed. Mark trees that are to be saved with paint or ribbon of another color. Trees that are cut should be carried away as lumber or sawed into firewood and left to season. Stack firewood nearby between standing trees. It will be easier to haul after it is seasoned. Access roads should be 10 feet wide or more. A wide road that will last longer than a narrow one because wear and tear is spread over a larger surface. Grade all curves to an inside radius of 30 feet for a car. 45 feet if larger vehicles such as oil trucks will use the road. A turnaround at a garage or dead end should be a minimum of 30 by 40 feet. Hi. You're so cute. Drivers must have at least one car length of unobstructed vision at all points along the road. So foliage should be kept low along curves. Aww. Do you not want me to read? Or is it too loud? Oh. You're so cute. You're so cute. Hi, sweetheart. Really? Hi, baby boy. He's so fuzzy. Sorry, guys. Similarly, trim trees and shrubs far enough back from the shoulders to prevent them from interfering with traffic. Try, however, to leave a screen of foliage for soil control, privacy, and encouragement of wildlife. If a road is being put on a steep slope, do not cut it directly uphill. Instead, traverse the slope by following the contour lines. Slope gradient should be no more than 10%, a 1-foot rise for every 10 feet in length, to maximize vehicle strain and road damage from braking and wheel spinning. In order to prevent landslides, embankments should be smoothed back to their angles of repose, the point at which a given material ceases to slide downhill of its own accord. Incorporate gutters, ditches, and culverts into the roadway to minimize erosion, mud formation, and frost heaving. Road surfaces of dirt, gravel, and crushed rock are adequate in most parts of the country, although occasional routine maintenance will be necessary. Regrading and smoothing require little more than hard work and often can be accomplished with the simple homemade equipment shown below. And yeah, that's what they're talking about right there. That stuff. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna stop and then make this next part a video in and of itself. It's called Laying the Groundwork Gets You Started. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just get this one up there. And I will see you guys in the next video. Electricity. No, it's so precious. He's purring too. He's just purring away. Alright. Check your subscriptions, you guys. Make sure you're still subscribed. Click on the notification bell and click on all to make sure you get all the notifications. And like and share the videos on all your platforms. Friends, family, other homesteaders, people that want to get into homesteading or looking for property, since that's what we're covering. And on how to build a homestead, that kind of thing. And make sure you do your research. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.